Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first ever live streamed episode of Fair Ladies of Middle-earth, and in total, a 16th episode of Fair Ladies of Middle-earth. All the previous episodes can be found on YouTube on VODs, and this one will be there as well. And with that, my players will now go around and introduce themselves and tell people where they can be found if they can be found. Let's start with Kayla.
I'm Kayla. I play Phelan, a woodswoman of the Wilderlands, with some amount of elf DNA within her. That was a very weird way to say ancestry, but we got there. You can find me here, and you can find me on another campaign in Ladybug's Tavern, and that's really about it. I'm not a very friendly person in real life, so there you go.
That is not true.
That is not the case.
Kayla is friendly. She just doesn't want to befriend you. And
She's selective with her friends. Am I next? Because I'm next.
Okay. Yes, Violet, you're next.
I'm Violet. I am decidedly less friendly than Kayla, but you can.
Bullshit.
I disagree.
Bullshit.
If you want to find me online, you can. And that is at Very Violet, VERYVIOLET, 2 T's, no extra E. Pretty much anywhere books are sold. But except Instagram, where there's a period in between those. So yeah.
Okay, and now Kira.
Oh, hi there. Good to see you. My name is Kira. I play Zastari. I also play in Ladybug's Gauntlet campaign as Malice Battleback. And if you want to see me doing more things, I've recently started streaming once again on my solo channel at twitch.tv/sheismedieval and uploading the VODs over at youtube.com/themedievalmassacre. So go ahead and do that. We're doing Tabletop Thursdays now with Tabletop Simulator. So check us out there.
Okay, and Anara?
I am Anara. I just came off of a 9-day in a row work stretch, and I haven't slept in like a week and a half. And I'm great. I am fine, and I am absolutely not going to make it everyone's problem on our first live stream. I mean, Anara, everywhere you can find me. I don't know how entertaining I will be either on the stream or in person, but, you know, if you're bored, you can certainly give it a try. Okay,
and I am Loremistress LadyBug. I can be found everywhere as Loremistress LadyBug or some iteration thereof. Though most of my social media right now consists of fan arts of Has-Been Hotel because that shit grabbed my soul and refuses to give it the fuck back. But that happens. And yes, I am streaming games. I would like to say regularly, but that regularity collides with real life, so shit happens. But I do stream here. A lot of games and VODs can be always found on YouTube, so yay. And now I believe Kira decided to be the one to recap us on what was happening last time.
Yes, I went ahead and threw myself on that proverbial fucking sword.
And normally, we appreciate you for it.
Normally, I have a very extensive list of notes. However, last session was mostly roleplay. So we found the girl that had been kidnapped after we murked a bunch of gobos and orcs. We brought her back to her family. We argue about the concept of memory for a bit. I don't really know what the context is of that, but you do if you saw the previous episode. We got directions to Treffa, which is the next place to go to bring peace between the Dumbledores and the humans, which is essentially what our mission is. And then we just kind of fucked off into a cave for a bit. Zastari and Phelan opened up about their feelings of mutual love and attraction and the fact that Phelan can be immortal at some point. Whereas Muriel and Aislinn are as clueless as they've ever been. and it's really adorable.
It was a big
We're
session
having
for the ships,
fun.
y'all.
Like,
It was a
we're-
big session for the ships.
You say it like it's a problem, but we're absolutely enjoying each other's company in a pleasant, just generally nice kind of way.
It's
No pressure,
really,
just this-
really
yeah.
sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, for the Pride Month, let's get some hype in the chat for the gayest Lord of the Rings group you're gonna see.
Yep.
It's just what Tolkien intended. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. We have-
All women, all the
yeah,
time.
all women in the party,
sleeping
and
together.
Also at least one relationship and one God knows what.
We're really good friends. I don't know what you're doing. Why are you guys making it weird?
Yeah, like
And they were roommates.
I was rating
We were, in fact,
girls break
roommates.
girls with
best-
parents sometimes. That's fine.
The best of roommates.
Uh-huh.
I guess we're all
Absolutely.
roommates technically. We're all in the
It's
same
true.
cave, but you know.
It's like
Absolutely.
day 2 and someone got a U-Haul. It's great.
Yes, absolutely roommates. Mhm.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure.
they do stay at the same house. I mean, all 4 of them do.
And an innocent mail carrier opened the door to a nude Zesty at one
Are
point
we
to deliver a
talking
letter.
about that?
So,
Look, everybody at this point
Half
has,
nude. She had an apron on.
right.
she did have an apron on. Nobody knows where she pulled this apron from, but everybody at this point has seen Zastari's breasts, so it's
That
Yes.
is true.
Everybody in the party, and then at least one person outside of it.
Probably more than one by now. I don't know.
No, with her approach to clothing, yeah.
For context, if for some reason you're jumping in at episode 17,
16.
No,
We're
this
16.
is absolutely accurate. This gives
I think
everyone
we
a
just
very
move
clear.
on.
Yeah, just roll with it from there. This is absolutely what we do here,
yeah, I had never seen Lord of the Rings prior to joining this group.
and
So
you
I
still
just-
have it.
Which kind of shows
No,
in
I've
the
seen
fact that your character is the only one not looking like she was growing up in a forest.
Yeah,
Even though she is from a fucking forest.
I have bright blues and pinks. I use the flowers to make the dye, to make the... I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but we're here now.
You're the
And you
cotton
could
candy
watch
one.
Return of the King, but you won't because at this point it's a thing.
I have a short attention span, and I've been on really cute dates watching Descendants.
I mean, listen, even if you watch the last from the Lord of the Rings, you still have the entire Hobbit to go through. Which they unnecessarily made into 3 movies.
Just watch the animated one. It's better. It's better and shorter and better, and the
more
music is
accurate
better.
and more accurate with the book.
Hmm.
And then I
Just
can start watching
go-
the show.
No!
No. What you do
No.
is you
No.
watch The Hobbit, and then you watch everything Rankin Bass made in the 1980s, and then your life
But
will just be better for having
For
seen
the
it.
love of everything that's fucking holy, do not watch Rings of Power.
Is it really that bad?
Yes!
I've heard mixed
Um,
reviews. It depends on.
I mean, do you like Galadriel in the movies?
Eh.
Would you like to
It's
see her
fine.
as an absolute fucking moron who brings Sauron to the elves?
Eh.
Isn't that kind of what happened, though? I'm just saying.
Well,
it sort of
if
happened
there's-
like that.
If
Like,
there's any
they
Rings
kind
of Power fans out there, you guys know what to do. In the words of Brendan Lee Mulligan, get in the comments.
That show has nothing to do with Lord of the Rings. Like, they
Well, no,
have
it's based on the
names.
Silmarillion, right?
Just names, and that's it.
Our campaign.
So we all wake up.
Yes, yes.
We
please
all
get
wake
me
up
away
in a
from Rings of
cave.
Power, because Jesus fucking Christ, that can be around.
know,
Speaking of things that have nothing to do with Lord of the Rings, here we are in a cave.
Yeah,
Four-
normally we like
Four
pause for
girls
these
in a
rants,
cave,
but
5 feet apart,
that's not
because they're not gay.
yes,
you
let's
only
go back
knew
to
the rant.
version that
Yeah.
is slightly less away from canon, so slightly.
Give it time. I'm pretty sure Muriel is dead set on stealing Legolas, so give it time.
I mean,
That is
I
the
think
thing.
she's a bit more busy with Iceland, but
That's
that's
okay.
me.
I'm gonna die before that's even a problem.
Like she's gonna date Aislinn, and then when Aislinn dies, she's gonna get with Legolas. Like it's
See,
Unless he's gonna be
Jeez.
with somebody else by that time, but hey.
practicality practicality. We're all for it. And Aislinn would be fine with that because she's also very practical.
You
The
can
most
move in with
romantic
us
story.
when after Aislinn dies, and we can hang out, the three of us. It'll be great.
We can't move in when I'm alive because,
Well, we already did.
now
I
that
mean,
she's
like,
dead, you can move in.
So I
we
feel
already
like
do.
Okay,
I feel like
story,
Zastari
there's a
is up
story.
early because
Probably.
she's very like giddy after the previous night's festivities.
I thought it was the morning when that happened.
Yeah.
After
Was it the-
Zastari and Phelan became official. They did.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was the morning
I
because
think it was the morning.
there
It was
was
the morning.
yeah, because somebody convinced, I don't remember who we took our watches with, but somebody convinced Zesty to tell Phelan instead of like waiting until later, and then Zesty did that morning is my memory.
Yeah. Whoever Zesty was, I think Zesty was with Muriel on the
Probably.
on the watch, and Muriel convinced her to actually talk to Phelan for a change.
Yeah, and then Zesty was like, and you should tell Aislinn you like her. And Muriel's like, what are you talking about?
Yes, because Muriel is absolutely clueless when it comes to her own feelings.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, I like
Which is
blonde.
good because I'm not sure if Aislinn isn't as clueless. So
Oh, no, she is more clueless. That is not even a question.
Oh, fun.
She has no
Yeah,
idea.
no.
Somehow this can go into the negatives.
Zesty was all like the people you like, and she's like, yeah, Legolas is super hot. Like, I agree, blonde, really good fighter. Like, yeah, we've talked about this. Like, totally my type. Like, you have a type, yeah, sure do.
Blonde and good fighters. Who does that make you think of?
Legolas, obviously.
Fucking
Oh,
landing lights
damn.
over to the side.
It hurt a little bit. Ouch.
All right, shall we go mess with some folks?
I don't know if you want to.
I do believe that we got directions to a place called Treffa.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's where the Iron Fox are supposed to be.
So we should probably go and meet them and then talk to them and then convince them to stop fighting.
The king really wants peace. So, yeah, I agree. We should definitely convince them
Well,
to stop fighting.
Again, we definitely are not sent by the king.
Well, the king told someone else, and they told us, which means the king wants it.
The king has no jurisdiction over these people anyway. We're in a
That's
different
correct.
location now.
You're in a different fucking nation.
He still wants.
It's
I'm
like
not
you
saying he has jurisdiction.
listen.
I'm
It's
saying
like
he
if you
wants
went to the US and told you the British Queen sent you.
Yeah.
Then
you went
they
to
will
the-
listen.
Just
If you
because
went to the
she's not,
US
like, in charge doesn't mean that like she doesn't hold like some sort of political esteem.
Okay. Better example. You're from Ukraine and you go to Putin to tell him that the president of Ukraine sent you.
Okay, that's different. They're like at war.
There's people
Some happening in this place.
I definitely
that
thought
we're
they were
stopping.
just like I thought we were still in Rohan, but it was just like the two different like.
everybody's
Right.
sitting back looking over at Violet like she
so-
almost has it.
So technically, Dunlendings live on what could be considered part of Rohan, but basically, technically isn't. And Dunlendings
So it's
are
actually
not Rohan.
worse.
Dunlendings
It's
are not. Dunlendings are not Rohan people.
Okay.
It's
They
a
are very
territory
fucking separate
dispute.
nation,
Okay. Good to know.
and they and Rohan do not see eye
I'm
to eye.
definitely lost, but it's
Never
okay.
did.
I mean, Muriel is also lost. Muriel's a fucking elf. She's not.
So, since you do know Lord of the Rings, Dunlendings are the people who basically their leader is Saruman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Muriel.
They're
doesn't-
the bad
don't
guy.
don't worry. We are playing at a time when nobody knows Saruman is evil yet.
Oh, good. Saruman. He sounds like a nice fella.
I mean,
He's very smart.
I
Yeah,
have no basis for comparison.
I know Radagast, and he's a weirdo, so we'll see how this goes.
Listen, he's a wizard. Wizards tend to be weird. I mean, part of being a wizard.
But I guess if everybody's got their stuff together, we should head out.
Let's go.
I suppose.
Jesus Christ, we are going to do the actual adventure for a change?
Yes.
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 It's our first live stream. We have to do something.
We have to do things.
We're going on a
Yeah.
trip in our favorite rocket ship.
We're going on an adventure and we don't know what's
Fuck,
in
I'm
store.
gonna have to share a screen so that people can see shit.
Truth.
That'd be nice.
We're headed from the closet and we're heading out the door.
Let me set up the
Literally, for some of us.
Yeah.
Out of
Yeah,
the
some of you
closet,
do
now
actually need to get out of the closet, but hey.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Muriel isn't like hiding the fact that she's bi. Like she is bi. She just the thing about her having a type and Legolas totally fitting into that type and Aislinn just so happened to also being that type, you know.
Yeah, total coincidence.
Total coincidence.
I don't think Aislinn thinks about anything that hard.
So when
Just
it
a lot
comes to these directions, are we cutting through like a forest or are we on a path?
Partially forest, partially path.
Does that mean
Okay.
we get to do
All
some roll?
anything? Yeah. I was thinking-
I think we left. We're not on the horses right now, right?
No, you're not on. Yeah, horses wouldn't really work well in this area
Oh,
because, as I said, partially forest.
do we need to roll something like travel or something to get there?
And no, it's not that far away, so don't worry.
Okay.
Let me just get the fucking screen sharing thing. Yay, there we go.
Hey.
Nope, that doesn't work. That works.
there we go.
There we go. I haven't done that in a fucking second. Okay. Let me fucking get to my book. Okay. Okay, so Trefa is actually a village. However, getting there it does take about 2 days, since you do have directions, and that way you don't have to roll to find it, which is good. And yeah, it's basically road through hills, woods, bogs, and heavy mists because place is fun. And after those 2 days, you do find a village of Trefa, which sprawls around a broad, low hill standing beside the foggy river. Atop the hill, you can see an earthen rampart reinforced with a wooden palisade that protects the heart of the town. A square wooden tower rises above the palisade and the surrounding buildings. There are cottages that stand along the riverside around the foot of the hill on either side. There you can see some fishing boats also on the water. And you can clearly see that the village has escaped the wrath of the riders of the mark, because those houses and walls are untouched by flame or stone. So yes, that's the village you see. First one you see that's not burned to the ground.
Excellent. Good start.
Yeah. Glad we got here before the
Dunlendings?
yeah.
Before the,
These are the
before the
Dunlendings.
who technically sent you get here.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, because technically the raiders that burn down villages are also from Rohan. And they think they are protecting shit. They are just burning down villages, but hey!
We don't
There
really
were
know who the
Dunlending-
leader of
yeah.
the Dunlendings is, right? That we have to talk to.
Is it Gooten
nope.
the singer, the bitch?
No, that was the guy who was supposed to be protecting the villages who ran off.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
That's what we called him a
So
bitch.
as you get closer to the village, you can the first few villagers can notice you. They drop everything and run howling toward the hill. Probably afraid of a raid, maybe, probably. And the whole village, you can see, is aroused in a matter of minutes. And there's a bell that starts clanging in the tower atop the hill. And then you, at the foot of the hill, see a party of a half a dozen wild-looking Iron Folk warriors on foot that gather. And they are making ready for a fight. There is also many other men. Let me finish. There is also many other men with bows now that line the top of the tall palisade. The warriors stand their ground waiting for you to close within range of the bowmen on the hilltop. They do wear light armor and helms and carry tall shields and a variety of arms. Most wear boar skins and have boar crests carved into their helms. One wears bear skins and a bear carved helm instead. And there's another one with wolf skins and a wolf helm. They are all on foot, and they expect an honorable foe to dismount and face them.
Okay. Does anybody have any like white sheet, white jacket, white anything that we could like wave?
I mean, is this just like is this the stalemate portion where everything's gone quiet and they're waiting for the first person to move?
Yes, because they are very clearly waiting for you to be within the range of the bowmen that are on the palisade.
I'm just going to kind of stop and just be like, we don't have weapons drawn. I don't know.
Whoops. Let me put that back.
I
It was an instant.
Oopsie daisy.
don't know
Hello?
what attacks you guys have been through, but does this look like an attack to you?
Zesty, do you have like a white kitchen towel from your baking gear with you?
I'm gonna ask a different thing. Aisden, please tell me how much of colors of Rohan are you wearing?
The normal amount, considering I am a lady / shield maiden of
Mhm.
Rohan.
So she looks like a walking flag of Rohan,
Probably. I'm not gonna lie about it. Yeah.
and those are the people whose villages have been burned by Rohan.
Right. But we're not to burn things, which is why we need a white something to wave.
I'm not going to reach for anything in a bag right now because
We're
I
far
don't.
enough that we're outside of the bowman's range, so now is the time where we want to be reaching for things.
Do I get the feeling that they can hear me from here?
If you yell loud enough.
Yeah, so I'm okay. I'm stage yelling to them because I live in a house and I don't want my family to kill me. But
Makes sense.
I'm just kind of like, we're here to talk. I get it. I just kind of point over to Aislinn. I'm just like, I get it. Yes. She's from there. But we are on a diplomatic mission. We have just...
From Alderaan. Sorry.
We have just come from another village, saving the daughter of a man named Comlar. We are not here for violence. In fact, we are here to stop all of this violence. So we would love to have a conversation. No weapons, no killing. I promise you, if this were a raid, there'd be more than 4 women.
Okay, roll me persuasion.
Sure.
Or what? Do we have persuasion here?
No.
I don't remember what's
We
on the
have-
character
Well.
sheet.
We have persuade.
Oh, we have persuasion.
Yeah, that. Roll me that.
I
I
definitely
forgot
would-
what the list of
It's like
skills is. So
A bonus die because really, when did they ever get raided by women? Let's be honest.
you'd be surprised because Shield Maiden of Rohan is a fucking position. So, and I think you should know it better than anyone.
I always
You are
hang out
one.
with the dudes though. Like they don't let us do things by ourselves, you know? We gotta have the guys
They
there.
do. They absolutely do.
And there's definitely no such thing as like a help action in this game, right?
Nope.
I mean, if you aren't super persuasive, one of us can try.
It's not terrible.
But it's not a success either yet.
You know, Muriel,
11 does not cut it.
if that's okay with you.
Yeah, you can take over from me. I'm still having like my hands up.
Yes. All right, friends. We do come in peace. As you can tell, she's gonna like move her hair. Not even a human. All right, not. I come in peace. Diplomatic mission. You might be able to tell that only one of us is from Rohan, and we just want to talk. I mean, we can even leave her back here if you want. Like, you can stay right here outside of the boat.
I can hear you. No, I can hear you. I'm right
I
here.
know you can hear me.
It's
Acer.
hurtful when you say things like you'll just leave me behind. That's
I
hurtful.
didn't mean leave you behind. I mean go up to talk to them.
You
while you're
literally
actually
said
out.
you would leave me
Not
behind.
leave you behind for forever. I meant leave you behind while we go up and show them that we're not a threat before you come
Fine.
join.
I'll just wait here. It's fine.
I just think that it would be most beneficial if, like, I don't know, the elves went up and spoke with these people because we
Now
are
we're leaving Faye behind.
What did I do?
Well, it's clearly not from Rohan. You could be a human in different colors for all they know.
I'm in brown and green. I am not in Rohan colors.
Not in colors, but you could be from Rohan and just correct. I don't know that. What I'm trying to say is that we are just wanting to talk, and we are not a threat. And she doesn't even have a butt. So, perhaps the two of us could come speak with you, while the two humans stay a little further back, so that way you can assess our intentions before they come up to join us.
Okay, roll me that persuade.
Alrighty, persuade. Let's go.
Okay, that is way the fuck better.
I do have 3 in persuade.
I got 1.
I'm 0.
Okay, we can actually skip a few things because you decided to do what they were trying to get you to do from the beginning. And we are not fighting them, so that's actually good.
Oh, good.
Yes, they will let you, not exactly let you through as much as they will guide you to the chieftain, who you kinda know. Well, no, you don't know this one because you killed the last chieftain.
Oh no! Shit!
That's fine. We're gonna.
I don't remember it,
conveniently
fine.
omit that part.
For Jon
We
Snow.
just know that each chief answers to the high chief who lives here.
Yeah, because basically, there was supposed to be a chieftain, but that was supposed to be Caswell, the one who kidnapped the wife of the Marshal of the Mark, which you saved. And you kind of, yeah, you kind of dealt with that one.
Look,
It was stealth. No one was there.
You know what? Actually, before, as you are being led, you do notice the one more thing. Because you hear it from people actually talking to each other. You remember the guy who ran away from saving a village?
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the guys escorting you.
Oh, okay.
This motherfucker. This, what's his name? Guten?
We
Is that Guten the bitch? That's not in character, by the way.
Good on the singer,
Does he
yes.
introduce himself? Do we know that he's a bitch?
He introduces himself as Guten the bitch. Yeah, that's what he says. Do you remember?
Oh.
He introduced himself as Guten, and then
Anyway, are you doing anything about the fact?
I mean, do we know? Did he introduce himself? Did he say like, "Hello, my name is Guten"?
No, but you heard somebody else call him that.
We heard. Okay.
Are we all there? Do people get left behind per Muriel's plan?
Good question. I offered to do that. I
No,
didn't say we had to.
they lead all 4 of you.
Okay.
I'm not
just
saying
offer
anything.
to try and get
He
you
is not part of our mission. Our mission is to broker peace. He can make peace with himself in his soiled fucking pants.
Okay.
Listen, I'm not even gonna say there's like stank eye. There's not even stank eye. She just kind of like acknowledges like, okay.
I wish we had the spell message in this campaign. Because Muriel would be messaging everyone else so hard right now.
Are you kidding? Yo, if I had message, I'd be messaging him. I'd be like, I'm in your motherfucking head, dog.
Instead,
Hello,
you have to
Gooten the
stage
bitch.
whisper to us.
Oh shit, are you Gooten the pansy? Are you Gooten the nutless?
Okay,
Let women and
that
children
sounds
burn
more
to
like
death?
Kira than Zastari.
Yeah.
Would you like to join our band of women? Because you seem to have left your balls behind.
I am.
But yeah, no, that's more Kira than Zesty.
Yeah,
Zesty
no.
is just kind of like, oh, neat. But no, we will go quietly.
So
Yeah,
as
no,
you're
we don't
walking,
have to-
you walk up to a gate, and then a guy is showing his face over the gate. That's what he looks like.
Was this the brother of the person we killed?
No, he's their cousin.
Okay. Not quite as much of a grudge, hopefully.
Well, you dealt with both of the siblings, so he's the cousin.
Oh, sorry
And
about
he
that,
kind
man.
of leans out over the top of the palisade and calls kind of cheerfully down to one of the raiders, one of the Dunlendings escorting you. Cavern, someone just told me the king of the Horselords has sent an envoy. You shouldn't keep a great king's people waiting. Send them up. And then he just goes away, and the gate opens.
See, I told you we were sent by the king, guys. Wait. That's Violet, not Muriel.
And
Wow.
yes, I believe two people here will recognize the person commenting.
Hi, Warsor.
Oh yes.
Don't worry, Warsor. This character smokes weed too.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
because we have
We are
another
professionals.
we have another person commenting from Twitch with the nickname Pink Junk. Whoever that is, also hello. But you might not know, and the other two players don't know. Warsaw is somebody who comes to our Gauntlet streams and also leaves all the funny comments that end up on the screen. Because if I have
See,
the
of
voice
course,
comment on the screen, I fucking will.
Competition to leave some funny comments.
Yes. Anyway, they do lead you through the gate, and there is a path that rises to a wide yard, and there is a chieftain's tower, there are horse yards and stables. Some of the chieftain's best warriors have houses scattered around the town, as you can notice. And the chosen warriors' houses are the largest and most distinctive, as you can also notice. And those are the warriors that escort you, so they kind of very proudly point out to their own homes.
Very nice.
Yeah, and each has a pole on either side of the door where heads are impaled, one stacked atop of the other, because you can beat those kinds of decorations. And those at the bottom are oldest, the skulls of great enemies defeated by warriors or their forefathers. Those at the top are newest, some only a few weeks old. 3 are the heads of orcs, large and brave enough to be worth taking. One at Wesson Wolfsblood's house is the head of a massive wolf. He claims it is a Vargs, but who can tell? And finally, one of the freshest at Catherine's house. So the guy leading the people who are leading you to the chieftain. That's the head of a Rohan warrior.
Whoops. I'm sure he deserved it, or she.
And I am gonna be very, very fucking nice enough to tell Aislinn, you know the guy. You trained with the guy.
Oh, that's problematic. Trying to think how she would react. She's not exactly the best at political stuff. So I imagine she will get upset and start to like, that's name withheld, whose name I don't remember that I trained with. And yeah, so she will start to get agitated. And
I'm just gonna kind of, as we're walking by, I'm just gonna kind of grab your hand, like grab you by the wrist as we're walking, and just give you a look. that's like, we're going to stop more of this from happening. We can't bring your friend back. But we can
We weren't friends. I didn't really like him very much, but I know him and I trained with him. And she's got her other hand on her sword.
We are going to stop this from happening.
Violet, we can barely hear you.
Yeah, it's because I was whispering, because Muriel was whispering.
Don't whisper too quietly, or otherwise we can hear you.
Muriel was whispering the following thing to Aislinn, but I'm going to speak it aloud so you can hear.
You have to get into your mic when you're whispering really loud.
Oh, mic! It's just the mic that came with my laptop. I don't know.
It's just you leaning into your laptop like real intimately.
Aislinn, keep your hand away from your sword. They might perceive it as a threat and kill us. We are surrounded. There are more of them than us.
I perceive it as a threat. They seem to like to kill people who look like me.
You are way prettier than that guy. He
Aw.
doesn't.
I mean,
Is this the flirting time?
I'm way better with swords. He really wasn't that great, but still.
And raiding parties were sent by Rohan, and they did terrible things.
They started it, I think.
And we're gonna end it.
You didn't even like this guy. He said you didn't even like him. Maybe he was in the raiding party. Maybe he deserved to die.
I will cross my arms and go quiet.
I will let her wrist go. My hand is still occasionally like, you know how like when you walk beside someone, your hand just kind of bonks theirs occasionally. I still want that like feeling of like I am here. I'm not trying to control you, but I am still here. And I'm just kind of like occasionally shooting Muriel a side look that is just like, this is not the time.
Aislinn just continues to look upset, like she stoic anger, but she's not. But she's just crossing her arms and.
Okay. So they lead you through. They did notice Aislinn tense up at the side of the head because it would be hard to fucking miss. And actually the guy whose house it is, so the one leading all of you, he kind of smiled when he saw you tense up.
Oh, this man.
Like it made him kind of happy on the... I mean, he might consider that a warning to you or something.
Not saying anything. I'm looking straight ahead. Got my arms crossed.
Deep breaths, everyone.
We are going to broker so much peace.
Very much.
It's going to be great. It's going to be all the peace.
Also, does any single one of you ask them about keeping the heads in front of the houses? Because, need I remind you, it's not a custom in any of your cultures. You're from 4 different cultures. Neither of them is keeping heads at their houses.
I was trying not to draw attention to it to upset Aislinn anymore.
Yeah.
I know that we need to speak to a chieftain. As far as Zesty is aware, I'm not speaking to anybody else.
Charismatic speech. That's what I do, friends. And then we'll do that
with the elves. Fuck yeah!
Woo!
I mean, we have 2 elves in the party, so and 1 half.
2 1/4 elves, thank you.
Yes.
Meanwhile, I can feel this mortal body dying all around me.
Yes. For Warsaw who joined during the thing after the introductions, we have 2 full elves, 1 1/4 elf, and 1 human.
It's pretty great.
Jury's out on whether the 1/4 elf will embrace her elven side or stick to the human one.
It's gonna be a culture shock. We'll see.
But no, like Zesty is fully aware that she is not 2 1/4 elves, the new sitcom.
Yeah, really. To go along with the reality TV show. Go along with
exactly why I like having Warsaw watching this.
Elves, elfy elves.
Then they can tune into the reality TV show of the Fair Maidens of Middle Earth. So there you go.
prefer ladies.
Whatever. Sorry.
No, you don't say this.
Zesty, you can't have your tits out.
Laugh track.
Worse for the record, that was said because that thing happened.
Yeah, it did.
At least twice.
No, I can't.
Is that
speak for
how
the
we're
rest of
brokering
everybody.
peace? Just
I mean,
I can't speak for the rest, but I know that Zesty knows. Zesty is socially aware enough of herself that she's not very socially great. So she's like, I'm going to do this once with the chieftain. I'm not going to do this multiple times and give myself multiple chances to fuck up. So it's just walking.
yeah, we're
head
just
up.
to get to the chieftain. We're being nice and quiet, nice and good, waiting for our opportunity to broker peace.
Sure. You can notice that the warriors escorting you kind of were watching for your reactions to the heads, but if none of you ask, they won't talk to you. So you don't know the custom behind it, because maybe there's a belief behind it. Who knows?
Well,
Maybe.
that's too fucking bad.
You don't need another belief. They're yeah.
You know that book you have there, Ladybug, with 2 pages of the customs and the
No.
beliefs?
I have enough in
Keep
fucking
that shit.
one. So, listen, I have enough in one paragraph to make you hate them with fucking passion. You just need to ask about the custom.
Skip that paragraph. It ain't happened. We're heading off to.
You want to be less
Right
prejudiced?
here.
Because you could be way more prejudiced. I'm just saying, they
Look.
are not fun people.
You don't need to make elves more racist. They are already pretty up their nose about every other species in the world.
That didn't stop you from hitting up on Phelan.
You say they were racist, and then both the elves.
Look, I left home and there were bad bitches out there that got in the heart, and I got a soft spot for baddies.
That's exactly what happened, though. You 2 elves left your homes, went to college, and hooked up outside of your species. Your parents are going to be thrilled.
I mean, let's be honest. There's got to be like a certain sort of fascination with things that die, because like elves don't die, but this like any elf they live forever for that, but this person's gonna be gone in like 30 years.
Yeah, no, that's why Muriel still hasn't like clocked it. She's like, no, elves don't like humans. This is, like, I mean, it only.
Oh my God, Muriel's racist.
Damn!
Yeah,
Like, I mean, they die so quick. Like,
Fam,
what would you have
well,
a
2
love
elves.
like how could someone love life?
We are all constantly getting in danger. Literally, any of us could die. Like,
Yes, but only like at best 2
Muriel.
of you from old age.
Muriel has no idea of her own mortality. Like she's never actually considered that she might die. That's
Name
that's
to
something
me
that happens
one-
to other people.
Yeah.
Name to me one fantasy series where elves aren't like, oh yes, those little mortals down there. Oh, they're so adorable. Elves are racist as fuck. Look, Galadriel. We could be in Galadriel's wild years right now. We don't know.
Okay,
And
okay, we're
no,
doing a
it's
thing,
after
y'all. We're
Hobbit.
walking
She's already
through a
settled.
town. This is a
Alright.
very tense
Let's go.
situation.
By now, Galadriel is, I think, around 2,000 or 3,000 years old, so I think she's settled by now.
Fair.
she might have
Sorry,
a midlife
sorry,
crisis.
Zesty.
We are settling in the chieftain's hut right now.
Yeah, and we're all real thrilled about it too. Every last one of us.
Mm. All right, would an elf like to speak? Because I suck at it.
Hello. Are we there now? Are we with the chieftain? Have we
think
got
so.
there? I don't know. I don't
One
think
second.
we got there yet.
We need to wait for our GM to have
load,
the
yes.
messenger copy. To load, yeah.
Yes, I was loading. Okay, so near the center of the village, in the shadow of the wooden tower, is an open space where 3 tall standing stones loom over 6 wells. The standing stones and the stones of the wells are carved intricately with spirals and curving designs. And some of the standing stones are carved in designs reminiscent of trees. And if somebody wants to, they can make me an awareness roll.
Oh.
Sure, why not?
I would love to.
Everybody roll awareness.
Now everybody's rolling.
Yeah, I mean, we all want to know how aware we are.
Whoa.
Zesty is very aware. Anara is very aware.
So Zesty and Anara are very aware. Phelan, Zesty and Anara are very aware. Muriel is almost aware, and then Phelan is not aware at fuck all.
I mean, I'm paying attention. I saw that guy with his head cut off, or well, the head
Yes.
that was
So
cut off the guy.
with that, I mean to say that the Zesty and Anara did actually, and Aizen, shit, I will always get the names confused. Zesty and Aizen did actually succeed, so you both have successes on those. And what you notice that is that there's, as I said, there are 6 wells in front of those standing stones, but you can see that villagers only draw water from 3 of the wells.
I think this will be the first time that just go in and just slap him on the wrist. I think this is the first time that Zesty will speak up and just kind of be like, why do they only grab from 3 of them? Are the other 3 dry?
Do you want to check?
Will they allow me to go off the beaten path without...
Yeah, you are walking right past those, so yeah, easily.
Yeah, I'll take a quick glance as we're going by.
So you come up closely, and you don't have to walk up very close to catch a whiff of corruption from the depths of one of the 3 wells that are not used.
Ooh.
And you don't know why, but you are absolutely certain you can smell, for once, something dead down in there. And 2, the corruption doesn't only go with the fact that there's a decaying body inside. There's a whiff of actual shadow corruption as well.
Yeah, as soon as I get that kind of whiff, I'll step back from that and just kind of be like, oh. Okay. Again, not talking about it. This will be a thing we talk about on the ride home.
Oh, that's a thing that you don't want to know about even more than the previous one.
Oh, I'm fully aware. Return the Frogs game.
Yes, we have a private chat for the people playing right now, because StreamYard works like that. And if we are starting to laugh and it's not because of a comment on Twitch, that means it's because of the private chat, because that also happens. Just a warning to the people watching. Anyway, so I'm guessing you're just gonna stay quiet about the well.
Yeah, just kind of look back at the rest of my party members and just be like, give a little head shake of like, y'all don't want this smoke. And yeah, we'll go ahead and have a conversation about that on the ride home.
Okay. So, the Chieftain's square wooden tower, which they led you to, has 2 levels and a roof where guards stand watch. The posts are all intricately carved with the sigils and designs of the Iron Folk. And up a few stairs from the ground and through a stout door, you enter the Great Hall. It is built around a long hearth where many cauldrons hang and a few fires burn. Tables and benches surround the hearth. The chieftain's chair sits on a dais at the far end. The heads of fallen enemies hang from some posts, never more nor fewer than 3 or 2 a post. And in the Great Hall, you can meet the chieftain. So yes, he's here sitting on his, technically throne. So basically, as he sees you come in, he smiles quite pleasantly, actually. And he tells you that you will sleep in safety in his hall, and your horses will be fed and cleaned and kept warm in his stables. And if somebody wants to, they can roll me insight.
We would love to.
We would all love to. We're all going to try. That way, hopefully.
Oh,
somebody-
yeah. I have such incredible insight. You aren't even ready for this.
She knows nothing about this man. She knows nothing about
I don't feel good about leaving this guy with our horses.
So the only person who actually succeeded. So let me get it straight. Phelan and Aizen, you have no fucking clue whether to believe him or not. Muriel, you are absolutely certain you should not believe him at fuck all. And Zesty, you can actually see that he is being honest and that he takes his offer of hospitality very fucking serious. As in, he will make sure that no harm comes to you, but that means you're also bound by rules of hospitality and you cannot harm a single fucking person here.
My response to him is just basically like, we have no intention of causing any further harm or strife, so no worries. Is this where we would introduce ourselves?
Not yet. He kind of looks you over and he goes, also congratulations on how you went through my warriors. I will admit they were told to do their best to get you to draw your swords. It's nice to see you didn't. If you did, after all, it would have been better if you did it outside the walls than inside, but that seems is not the thing you came here for, which is quite refreshing coming from Rohan.
Yes, we've come to broker peace. That's all. No fighting necessary.
Mm-hmm. Now is when we will make that insight roll for starting the encounter and setting the tolerances and all the other bullshit. And I need a notepad. I need something to fucking write on. That will work. Now I could use a fucking pen. Listen.
You need something to write on and then something to write with.
Yes, that's exactly it. And of course I have everything set up on my desk in a way that I cannot fucking find shit.
Don't anybody tell the GM she could use the notepad app.
I could, but my keyboard is very fucking clackety.
Fair enough.
So you said you wanted us to roll insight again?
Yes.
Okay. Hopefully this one will be better. Okay, what? Slightly better. Not better enough, but not.
Not great.
Yeah,
I think we all failed.
So, yeah, you did.
Yeah, the highest was 9 and that was a 10.
Yeah, that ain't enough. So unless you do something with that, you will have no additional dice for rolling shit in this
Insight
conversation.
is a favored skill for me.
Mm-hmm.
So
Which means you add the favored value of the attribute associated with it.
Yeah, if I bring down 1 hope, I could get it up to 7 or 17. So I think maybe I'll do that to give us 1 extra success or whatever.
Yeah, it wouldn't even matter for me.
I can't help it. Yeah.
I wanted to be more goth. Oh,
And
God.
Warstar warned me that until he gets a good idea, he's gonna just do Lotter puns.
Okay, great.
Fair enough. So what you're saying is they're going to get worser and worser.
Absolutely. Okay, so Muriel, you're adding hope?
Yes.
And what will be the result?
17.
17 with your roll. Okay, so that's at least 1 die that you will have for this encounter. And now let's set the tolerance. What's the highest wisdom among the 4 of you? Also, Zest, you got an answer.
3 for Zesty.
3 for Phelan.
Yeah, mine's less than that. I got 2.
Aizen?
Yeah, we both have 2.
2. Okay. So that's that. You have another one for helping that family in the village.
Yay.
And did you mention the farmers of the Westfold that also told you that they want to do peace?
Sure.
It's mentioned.
Definitely did.
Because in the game time, that was only a couple days ago. In our time, that was months ago, so we don't
That
remember.
means your tolerance is 5, so you can fuck up 5 times.
Excellent. That's 1 for
Oh,
each of
yes.
us and an extra.
Yes.
6.
So yes, now we are doing introductions.
Wait, did my insight roll tell me, since I got a 17 after the favored thing, did it tell me what
No.
type of skills work best on him? Like, I remember one time we did
So as far as introduction, O or courtesy will be best. Do not try song. He's not gonna go for it.
Okay.
And for the rest of the conversation, persuade will be the best thing to use.
Okay, cool.
But for introduction, O or courtesy.
Sick. All right.
For the introduction, what? Sorry?
Awe or courtesy?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I have 3 in both of those. So
I am not
Great
gonna
to be you.
but I guess I'll just be like, I will give like a very. It's probably like not the thing to do, but it's what Zesty would do is like give her little like curtsy with her dress. It's a very like elven thing of like, my name is Zestari, formerly of the Silver Springs. This is my. You know, we actually haven't really discussed titles yet, but this is Phelan. Of the Woodlands. It's still a little fresh, sorry.
I think this is the first time Muriel and Aislinn are hearing about this.
I mean, it doesn't say Muriel. Muriel knew that y'all were fresh on. But
For people in the chat, the reason I'm losing my shit is because Zesty and Phelan are technically in a relationship. For a
I
while
have
now.
no idea
Yeah, well,
what Zesty's
we
talking
just
about.
recently
Like, it does not-
confessed feelings.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And you were not acting like a couple before. Not at all.
No,
yeah, it
I'm-
was only
We
a couple.
confessed feelings, and then we were just like, okay, let's go deal with the folk. Never mind. Like, pause.
This is, and I look again. Zestari remembers what the other elf place is called. Kira doesn't because Lord of the Rings knowledge.
Mirkwood.
The Mirror.
Yeah.
This is Muriel of the Mirkwood, and this is Aislinn.
Lady Aislinn. Lady Aislinn.
Lady
Muriel.
Lady Aislinn. She'll be in the Rohan. You know, you know. I'll attempt courtesy because I'm not awing
Go for it.
fucking anybody.
That is a success.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
So we managed to do it so that he doesn't actually get annoyed.
That's a great success. Who has the 6?
Yeah, I got the 6 in
Hey,
there.
2 successes because you got a 6. So yeah, that counts as 2.
Hell yeah. You go, girl.
I think it's like that ending part about Aislinn where I'm just kind of like, you know. We all know, you know.
Okay, and he goes, I've heard of you. I believe you were the ones who managed to, how to put it nicely, defeat my cousins?
Yes, we were there. We were saving an innocent woman who was kidnapped. So, you know, we were trying to be peaceful about it. Didn't work out too well, but we are also saving other people. Like recently, we saved a young girl in a village on our way here. You know,
So
Maybe like if
That's
you
right.
don't want to die, don't fucking kidnap people. I
we're
mean,
just in the business of saving.
I mean, you didn't, that's from DM. You didn't actually kill them, you just defeated them and then took them to authorities because
Oh, right.
you don't
We're
kill
good.
people.
knocked them on.
Right. We don't, but I assume the authorities murdered them. Like,
I
that's
don't
my
think the authorities
assumption.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, just, maybe don't kidnap people and we won't have an issue. But then I kind of trail off.
We are
We also, if you don't mind my adding, we had a very positive interaction with Dunlendings when we took out the horse-eating troll. That was lovely.
That's also true.
Okay, anyway, since Muriel was the one talking, roll me persuade.
Thank you.
Fucking
God.
hell.
Holy shit!
That's 3 successes right
Three
there.
successes, baby.
For people watching, she rolled. So basically, in One Ring, if you don't know, you roll 1d12 and as many d6s as you have dots in your skill. Muriel has 3 dots in her persuade. She rolled a total of 25 because she rolled 6s on 2 out of the 3 d6s,
Muriel
making that 3 successes.
people. That's
And the
our
last one
job.
was a 5. Just as like an extra thing on that is like, yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
her whole job. Her whole job is talking to people.
I mean, the only way it would have been better if that 8 on the 12 was a Gandalf rune, because
But
damn,
it is still pretty fucking high. Like,
yeah.
if it would have been an 8 and 1 6, it still would have been 14. Like,
So he took that in. Yes, my cousin did tend to have weird ideas. I'm guessing he wanted to marry her or something.
yeah, we are just in the business of brokering peace, saving innocents, things like that. No killing or fighting unless absolutely necessary. I mean, she's a noble elf. Like, she's like buddy with Legolas. Like, she's very well educated.
But at least that's what she tells everyone.
She thinks she is. We'll see when we get there.
Okay, before this
And
game,
we will get there. We will get to Mirkwood.
told me, "Oh, you're from the Mirkwood and Noble? You probably know Legolas." And I was like, "Sick." I didn't know enough about rings to know that, but Ladybug told me. So if Ladybug says I can know Legolas, then I can know Legolas.
Again, right here. Just right here.
And yes, I mean, that's kind of what our group does, is we want to bring happiness and peace and less violence to the world of man as much as we can.
He is a noble. You can't follow anyone around and hide in the bushes. That's rude.
No, you're hiding behind walls because actually the place where elves in Mirkwood live is a cave. So
But she is not a stalker, guys. Oh my god. She is a noble woman. Her parents are very important nobles.
oh yes, so you don't use the walls, you use the fan that you carry with you.
She does not follow anyone around. All right, you have seen how she flirts. Okay, she does not hide around.
That was flirting. I don't think the target of that flirting has noticed.
Yeah, I know. It's not stalking. She's just friends with the person she flirts with, and she doesn't, like, it's not.
Do anything to change that.
How the flirt? Where point to the flirting. Point to the flirting.
She literally just said you were prettier than that other guy.
The corpse?
But I'm prettier than the headless, like the beheaded.
Look, we
Okay,
said she was
that's-
flirting. We never said she was good at it.
I never said she was good at it. That is not something I
It's
claim.
the one social situation Muriel is dog shit at.
Yeah, no, Muriel can persuade people. Muriel is very courteous. Muriel is very awe-filled. There are no dots for flirting in this game, but if there was 0, all right? Like, they don't teach you how to flirt in schools. They teach you how to be courteous. They teach you how to be persuasive. They teach you how to fill people with awe. They do not teach you how to flirt. So that is not something she
You
is.
want to go with that?
What?
You want a shovel to go with all that digging?
I just
Anyway,
figure
yes,
I'm exceptionally
please.
good at flirting. I just
Please,
haven't flirted with anyone yet.
Yeah, they don't. She is just very, very
No,
attractive.
the elves just do courtship for 100 years before they actually decide on anything.
Yeah, it's just not something they
Problem being, your target might not have that many years. You may need to spit that shit out.
So
Anyways,
we're
Was
not.
somebody rolling something? Wasn't there just
Back
a really
to
good
the
roll?
There
game.
was a roll, and I mean, the guy would probably want to say something unless you're busy talking at him.
yeah, we just persuaded he needs to respond. We need to give him some time
Yes.
to talk back.
I will admit I am interested in an alliance. Not just peace, but obligations on both sides. If you could promise to make the case to your king, that would be good. We just need security. The hill folk of the Dunland Fells grow stronger every year, and I fear that they will soon reach south across the miles to conquer and steal what they now gain in trade. And I want an alliance where the raiders' outposts would help protect the Iron Folk from the Hill Folk. And, well, the goblins of the Great Blackwoods grow bolder too. But they are few compared to the Hill Folk of Dunland, so that's not that much of an issue. So, would you be willing to make a case for us to negotiate a peace with obligations on both sides? We will stop raiding if they protect us.
I mean, that is definitely something that we would be willing to talk to the king about. We cannot promise what he will say, but we will definitely, we will definitely make your case. I can be quite persuasive. I try to be at least. So we will make your case as best as we can to the king on your behalf, and do what we like to do, which is make peace and forge alliances, save innocence, all that jazz. And it seems like if you all are our buddy, no women and children will be being killed. So that is our business here. So that sounds
Roll
good.
me another persuasion.
Come on, Muriel. You can do it. If my dice want to roll. And I
You
have...
want to do something about that?
Don't worry. That is a favored skill, which makes it a 20.
I mean, we
I
could
love
also,
how you're spending your hope left and right.
I was going to say, we have 5 chances to fail.
Yeah, that's 2 hope. That's not that many. For a whole
Okay. Your hope, your problem. So that will be another success. And to that, he'll respond that, yeah, that's part of what he will want. For his own part, he covets status. So he says that he would need a wife, and him marrying a great lady of the Riddermark would seal that alliance with the bonds of blood. But the player here, you would have to promise him someone whose agreement you can secure, such as one of your own kin. Well, Aisden's kin.
Absolutely
Yeah, we don't
fucking
have-
not. I'm not doing it. I'm not.
I was
I will
was
not do it.
about to tell you that, Aisden, you do realize that if anyone from Rohan were to marry off to a Dunlending, that family's reputation goes to shit.
I'm
in
also
seconds.
a noble lady of Rohan now, mostly, and I will not.
I mean, he would
I'm like,
settle for a
nope.
cousin.
Everybody, like, I don't even know if you guys are looking at me. I'm just preemptively going, nope. Nope.
I mean, he would settle for a cousin of yours.
But none of my cousins are noble. Most of them are like sheep herders. Well, not sheep herders because they don't.
Then their reputation doesn't matter. Perfect.
But he
Well-
said someone of noble standing. My relative, like I do not come from nobility. I am very,
No,
very
but you are
salt
now
of the
nobility,
earth.
so your
I am
family...
now nobility.
You technically are.
I am. Yeah. No, I said it now. Like not. Yeah.
Yeah, you are a nobility now, and by extension, your family is counted as nobility as well.
I am just like aggressively going. Nope. Nope. Like anyone who has a comment. Nope.
Well, okay,
Let's
so
wait for Muriel to...
That's grooming.
that is grooming.
That is not well. No, I did other things in between those two things.
Okay, Muriel, do you maybe want to give him an answer to that one, seeing that Aizen seems to be very, very much not into that?
We are not willing to do that. No. Unfortunately, I am not of Rohan, so none of my kin would be of Rohan. So even if he married one of them, it wouldn't seal the alliance, unfortunately. And Aislinn here, lovely Lady Aislinn, she is not willing to part with any of her family. So that is just that we're going to need a different term to bring.
What are you willing to offer a lady of Rohan to marry you?
I mean, I'm the chieftain here. I'm in charge of all of these people, so she would rule over them along with me.
It like an equal partner kind of thing,
Of
or
course.
just?
Of course.
Okay, Dunlendings are savages, but not racist or sexist. I meant sick. I meant sexist.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just
Other bigotry.
I'm just gonna kind of push my two friends back here, as one of them just called me savages, and the other one is sitting there going, "Nope,
That
nope,
was
nope, nope."
Violet, not Muriel. I use an accent for Muriel.
You do?
Damn!
Remember that time Kayla said something out of character and like got shadow points by accident? Because never forget.
I talk like this. Muriel talks like this. Yes, completely different.
Okay. There is a little bit of a difference, yes.
Yes.
It's British versus American, yeah.
Anyway.
What if we were able to get the king to create a title specifically for you? A title that no other mortal being would hold, that carries with
I
it.
don't want to be ruled by your king. I want peace between our nations, not to join yours.
I suppose that's valid. But you want to marry into it, which would then...
Yes, because
join
those kinds of marriages tend to seal peace between warring factions. That's kind of... I mean, out of him. Zesty, please remind me the previous adventure you had? With the two warring factions of Rohan? And what did you do to resolve it?
Well, yeah, but again...
Those guys
Those are
liked
two-
each other, though.
those are
Yeah,
two
they were
people-
like friends.
already in Rohan. You're becoming part of a family of Rohan with this marriage, which means you would be like, they would be equal part Dunlending and Rohananites, or whatever the fuck they call themselves. Like, they would be governed at that point by the king in terms of the marriage. You're intertwining those families.
Technically,
So-
but the family would live here, and those lands do not belong to the king.
Rohirrim. Okay, fair enough. So, like, yes, they would still live here, but he would still be governed by their king. So his whole, like, I don't want to be governed by the king kind of thing is like, fam, this is how marriages work. You become dual citizen.
He would literally be like, well, I guess not father-in-law because you're not marrying his child, but, you know.
I mean, if you can arrange that.
Say, why don't you volunteer one of your women to come to Rohan? Willingly.
We do not have enough to spare.
Oh, that's
Well,
a problem.
that doesn't... Yeah, so you want someone to come here because you don't have that... Just seems very much like
Mostly
commoditizing
because,
sex, and I don't care for that.
Let me see. How many villages were burned by Rohan recently?
He's got a point. If we're all being completely honest here, Aislinn's definitely not volunteering. We can put out this call and see if someone volunteers.
I'm just saying there needs to be better incentive than you can come because we don't have many women. Like you need to. How would you woo a woman who might consider coming here? What about you personally would she find interesting?
Well, for one, I am the chieftain here, so
Yes, you keep saying that, but do you shower regularly?
yes, I'm not a barbarian.
See, these are the kinds of things that a woman might find intriguing. How you would treat her, how you would treat your children together. Those are the kinds of things that are important.
I would treat her with respect.
I mean, he has been treating us with respect.
That is something that we can take back and we can offer. We can't promise that anyone would take it, but that is certainly a proposal. At least I don't do that.
One of you, you
Yes.
most of any single one of the of you that was talking in this spot.
I mean, I'll give it a shot. Why not?
I have a 1. Who has better than a 1?
I have 3.
Oh no. Oh,
I'm 0.
I roll it. I have 3.
Muriel, please help. Muriel, help. Yes.
Yeah, that's better.
Yes, that's my girl.
Yes. But there's also one fail for Zesty trying to roll, but that happens. Okay, he's not very happy about it, but he'll let that go. And well, there's one last thing I would need, and that will be gold.
Gold. How much gold?
We have as much as we can get, because we have nothing, as you have maybe noticed.
I did
If you
that.
have nothing, then gold is not what you need.
We need to rebuild the villages somehow, and most
you
of
need
what we
lumber and horses and hands. You need men to help you.
and
You don't need gold.
yes, do you know how people are usually compensated for rebuilding villages? With
I'm
gold.
just-
Do you know how you get wood? With gold.
There's.
Do you know how you get horses? Hint. It's also gold.
I'm just saying it sounds much better if you ask for what you really need, which is help. And I know it is hard to admit that one needs help.
I mean, you're right. You can totally get all of those things with gold. That's completely correct. However, I think what Aislinn is trying to say is that the king might think more favorably to the agreement if instead of just a large sum of gold, it was like a little bit of gold to help with wages, as well as some manpower to help you rebuild from the the warriors of Rohan, as well as maybe some lumber from the trees in the forests, and different things that you could use to help rebuild instead of just a large sum of gold.
And doesn't it seem much more conducive to future endeavors if you learn to work with each other through collaboration rather than just demanding a tithe?
Okay, I will be nice and I will let Muriel roll persuade on this one.
That's why I started
It's just me like over Muriel's shoulder and she's like, I got this.
Okay, that's 2 more successes.
How many do we need for the full Monty?
Well, you got 9, which is abso-fucking-lutely enough.
I mean, we could keep going. We could keep sweet talking this man, but that's fine.
No, but this by this stage he agrees to a truce. He just wants you to bring his proposal back to the king, if possible, and see what can be done to get from the things he asked for. Just see how much of that you will be able to get.
And I will tell the other noble women that he showers daily and plans on treating his wife like an equal, which seems very reasonable on my part.
I mean, honestly, it seems pretty reasonable. Yeah.
Since he murdered people, and hung their heads, which I will very clearly instruct him to take down the heads of the Rohirrim before his wife comes back, if he does secure such a match.
Though he will tell you that he cannot make a full decision yet, without consulting the tribe's wise woman, because she has to weigh in on this as well, and he will take you to her to hear her advice tomorrow.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Does that mean we get to have a sleepover? Oh, that's 15 minutes for a game?
Aislinn just popping up like, and another thing.
That's my role
Well,
in
that's
every
what I'm
campaign I've
trying
ever been
to
in.
say is
And as he said in the beginning, you are welcome to stay the night in his great hall, and you will be safe there, and your horses will be taken care of.
like,
I will
guys,
take care of my own horses, thank you, but I will sleep in the Great Hall.
we appreciate your kind hospitality.
And with that, I know that we technically have like 13 more minutes, but next part we'll be seeing the wise woman, and that will trigger some shit.
You don't wanna spend 13 minutes hanging out in
We can hang out, yes, you can hang out and then have a sleepover in the great hall surrounded by
Yay!
all the other Dunlendings.
Yay!
Yeah.
Summer!
Oh my god, yo, drinking with the Dunlendings.
Is there, like, a
Nobody
big
do anything to
fireplace?
threaten this peace negotiation.
stay in the great hall, guys.
I am gonna challenge someone to an arm wrestling match.
Absolutely
within
not.
the first hour.
Staying.
No,
In
no,
the
it's
Great
done.
Hall.
You have to like it's very poor form if I back out now. I've already challenged him. Muriel, you can't.
Muriel will
like, I
literally
can't
grab you and
back
start
out.
dragging you away if she needs to. Like,
This
no.
is
I also
embarrassing.
have an image for the other Dunlendings as well.
We are not starting any fights, guys.
It was an arm wrestling match. You're really like that's really embarrassing now.
So
Like,
this
we were
is the
just-
image for all the other Dunlendings, by the way. It's on Roll20, of course.
Wait, where the fuck were these Dunlendings in the entire game? Every other one is like a greasy ass Tarzan Savage man. These guys are just
these
like
are hot.
painted up baddies.
And there's also an image for the guy that you very kindly avoided talking to.
Oh yeah, yo, watch this guy. Yo, yeah. Yup,
You
Yup.
the bitch!
Get in the bitch!
he is the
Look, that guy
bitch.
he's got one of those faces. You just know that there's nothing positive that's gonna come from that. Like you can call him out, but
My man
you just
inhales
quietly
his own
shiv him in his
fucking
sleep.
mustache
Like
fumes.
Oh my gosh.
that is actually what we're gonna be doing with this evening. Is we're just going to be committing a quiet murder and throwing.
No,
someone to
Aislinn.
murder.
I was thinking.
What?
I'm allergic to gluten.
You guys never let me do anything I want to do.
What we
I
Be
actually
careful, joking about murder can get you shadow points. People are impressed.
and
I'm gonna come up to
Tom,
Aislinn and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna come up to Aislinn. I'm gonna be like, this is weird, but I kind of agree with you.
I'm really offended that Muriel didn't think I could beat that man in an arm
Well,
wrestling match. And I'm like massaging my bicep.
Aislinn, I totally agree that you could have beat that man. What I'm trying to do is keep from starting any fights.
How do you
because
think
you're
men?
here-
How do you think men communicate, Muriel?
Yes, exactly.
Well,
If you
physical
beat that
strength,
man-
then-
and listen to me. If you beat that man at an arm wrestling match, his ego is going to be wounded.
Yes, but all of the other men will be very impressed.
Yes, I know. But what we should do
And
is
there's this one man who is being laughed at.
the Great Hall where we were told we would be safe.
Yes, and then all of these other men. And that one was very cute, the one I wasn't arm wrestling. I'm not arm wrestling that one yet. Because
Are you trying to
why are
like
you,
keep up with the thing? Like I'm a little confused.
look, we're trying to broker peace. I just said that one was cute.
Speaking of people thinking people are cute, Zesty, I heard you introduce Phelan as you're not sure what we haven't talked labels yet. What was that about?
Oh, well,
It was a big morning.
it's a big
Yeah?
morning.
Yeah, what was that about?
We had a talk.
Oh,
And I'm just gonna kind of look over at Faye, and it's like, "Are you okay if we share this with?"
Why the hell not?
well, you
Sure.
shared it with the chieftain in front of us. So
That was more like an intention, like an unintentional slip of the tongue.
I see.
I guess we just sort of both very clumsily stumbled into the conversation of us having feelings for each other.
Wait, so you're like dating? You're dating now.
Well,
Uh,
I don't. And this is kind of like where they're looking at each other of like.
So you caught it.
Because I was very confused. I was pretty sure that I was a lady and that Muriel was a lady, but I didn't think either of you two had a title of any kind. So I was very confused at the moment.
I was also confused. I thought maybe
I meant like titles referring to like each other.
Right.
Yeah.
So like girlfriends.
Right. Like, it takes. I don't know customs for other people.
I also don't know the customs for other people.
the elves call it a courtship. You court for quite a long time.
Yeah, it's
What is it? What is a
personal
courtship?
A courtship is when you court someone.
What does that mean?
You you go on long walks. You talk. Sometimes you kiss. It's like a courtship.
Yeah,
Oh.
like kind of like a way of impressing your soon-to-be match.
We mostly we just,
being
like,
a very
start with
relative
the-
word when it comes to elves.
We start with the arm wrestling, and then the the conversations and.
So you arm wrestle people you're interested in.
Well, not always, but anything physical can be a way of expressing affection, or interest. But it's not usually like a long, like years kind of thing, really. It's a little
Yes,
bit.
let me show you how much I value your company by arm
Your
wrestling.
strength, your like I you could be a valuable partner.
So you
could
fight.
Nothing
keep each
says
other
I'm interested in
safe.
you better than arm wrestling.
We could keep each other safe.
I see.
Well, okay, so Phelan, what do you want to be called? If you don't even have to be called anything if you don't want to.
Well, my name is Phelan, so I can be called that.
Yeah,
Some people called me Faye. Mostly my family. I'm impartial to that, but that is an option, I suppose.
yeah. If that's it, if you're just like, name, we don't need like a title or.
I mean, I'm from the bumfuck woods. That's really all I've.
I mean, until
I
you're
don't
like
have any titles.
betrothed, right? Like when you're betrothed, that's a thing, or when you're going to get married. But before
when
that,
you're
it's just
talking,
you.
It's like,
Yeah,
and then-
as you all know, I'm not great at understanding how people interact with each other, but I'm pretty sure how it works in the Wilderlands is two people decide they like each other, and then they fucking get married, and that's it. And then they
And
live together.
Sometimes they get married and then they fuck. It's really personal preference.
in Elven culture, you court someone for many years before you get married.
But how long before you fuck? Because just out of curiosity.
Sorry, hold on, because like I'm very new to the rest of this world. I'm just gonna kind of like pull like Aislinn aside. So is the next step to marry her or to fuck her?
It's really whichever you prefer, as long as you're both into it. I mean, it's depending on certain places will value the marriage first, but it really doesn't matter as long as everyone's having a good time. I don't think. I mean,
we don't. I'm not there. Never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Conversation. Muriel's gonna pull
It's like return back.
Wait, so is it true that humans arm wrestle people they're interested in?
I think that's a Riders of Rohan thing, but
Okay, 'cause I've never
well,
had-
I'm not there, but I can't clarify.
Yeah, that's why she's asking Phelan.
yeah.
Welcome to the
I'm
jocks
pretty
of
sure
the
where
world.
I'm from, they just bone and then they get married, or
Yeah,
they do it first.
Because I've never been asked to arm wrestle before, and I'm getting a little concerned that maybe I'm just not hot. Like no one thinks I'm attractive here in the human.
You're hot. Shut up, Muriel. Like,
I'll be like,
Carolyn is like, bitch, shut up.
So Zesty, I mean, there really aren't any rules. You enjoy things that you're both enjoying, and I think that that's fine as long as people are enjoying things.
That's the part I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around, because like in Lothlorien there are a lot of rules. Right? It's just like everybody kind of grows up knowing them, so it's just kind of like an easy thing to go by. But like then I came out here into the world of man, and it's like there's no rules, do whatever. And
well, several 100 years or however long is a really long time to kiss on the cheek if you're going to die by the time you're 40. So maybe think about things in shorter terms.
That's a valid point. Again, totally sorry for bringing up the whole mortality thing. I know it's kind of rough for you.
You know what? I'm going to die before all of you, and I hope you have lovely lives after.
God.
I suppose. I'm not really sure how to talk. I don't. You know what? We should change. We should go back and check in with the others now that you feel better.
Actually,
yes.
I want to talk to one of the do-do-do-do-dos.
Look, I'm the racist one, and I should not be the one that can pronounce their name better than you.
I'm just gonna literally just skip up to one and just tap him on the shoulder.
Oh no. I will run back to the others and be like, yo, we got a problem. A problem.
Muriel's sprinting. She's like, what are you doing, Zesty?
Excuse me?
Peace.
Yes.
Peace, Zesty.
So we're celebrating a potential peace between all of our peoples, and I would love to know, how do you guys celebrate in your culture?
Arm wrestling.
Usually with drinking.
Oh, we do that too. We do
that so much.
We have stuff in common.
Anyway, I think this is where we will call it for today.
Anyone want some fragrant weeds?
I so wanted one of the Dunlendings to challenge Zestari to a arm wrestling match, because if you remember, she's fucking 3 pips into athletics.
She's absolutely yoked. She deadlifted Phelan across a river that one time.
Buff boss babe.
Yep. Anyways, let's do our outros before we finish for today. So once again, we will go around and you will tell something about yourself, something about your character, and where you can be found if you want to be found. Let's go with Kayla first.
I'm Kayla. That's really all I've got to say about myself. Phelan was my character, woodswoman of the Wilderlands, chews on fragrant weeds, has an axe. That's really about it there. And I guess is now involved in Zesty to some degree. And I am not findable online, really, unless I want to be. And I probably don't if I don't know you. Sorry.
Okay, moving on to Violet.
I'm Violet. I play Muriel. Muriel is a noble elf woman of the Mirkwood, whose chaotic bi energy has crushes on both Legolas and Aisling. They're both hot blondes who can fight really well. So that's her type. She's also a hot blonde who can fight really well. So maybe it's egotistical of her that's her type. I don't know. If you want to find me anywhere, it's Very Violet, VERYVIOLETT.
They have a type.
Yeah.
Okay, Kira.
Hi there. I'm Kira. I play Zestari, Disney princess of Middle Earth. Absolutely oblivious, slightly airheaded, but means well and is very kind. Totally has a thing for Phelan and doesn't know now whether to put a ring on it or to just slam her down big style. So I suppose we'll find out in the next episode. But if you guys want to see me doing more gaming-based things, you should head over to twitch.tv/sheismedieval, or youtube.com/medieval massacre, where I play various tabletop games and social deduction games. I'm probably the only person here who does things outside of these games, except for like Loremistress LadyBug, which I'm in another one of her campaigns. You should see me play Malice Battleback in the Gauntlet as well.
Yes, and Anara.
I don't. It's not fair for me to follow that up. I am Inara. I play a lot of things on the internet. Most of them are not public, but lots of them are fun. I play Aislinn, who really enjoys being physical and horses and pretty people that are around her. All the pretty people that are around her. It's mostly a good time, except when heads appear of people she knew. Other than that, she's having a great time and just is generally a little bit oblivious about some of the subcurrents, but is down for it if they ever become less subtle. And I think that's sufficiently awkward. Yeah, that's how we end it.
Okay, and I am Loremistress LadyBug. I can be found everywhere as Loremistress LadyBug or some iteration of that. And we will be back with this game in a month because we will be skipping the game in 2 weeks because Violet can't make it, which happens, life happens. So yeah, we will be back in a month. And with that, I bid everyone good night. See you all in a month.